everyone. I never know if anyone actually sticks around for these like first few minutes of the stream if they choose to watch the VOD. It's nice to do this now. Oh, volume all the way down. Let's go for that one. That one. Refresh. It's a bit bright today. He's getting into the summer months. You know, that's pretty good. That. Exotic Butter. Hello, good to see you. I haven't done the Discord ping yet, and yet somebody's already here. That's pretty cool. And Mike, hello, good to see you. Layout time. Oh yeah, you're working on your layout, aren't you? And Flying Scotsman 4472. Ken TFN1. Oh, everyone's showing up. I haven't done the Discord ping yet, and already everyone's here. That's amazing. Oh goodness. Where's the light? There it is. Right, so that can be saved there. Monetization. I'll be with you all in a moment, I promise. I'm just, again, these are the pre-stream thingies I have to do, but I can't do it unless the stream is actually going. So, yeah, bit of a frustration, that, to be honest. But we have a few people here already, which is, again, very lovely to see you. Hello and welcome to the stream, everybody. Let me just check that was in the... Oh, bollocks, no, it wasn't. Live streams. There we go. I'll have to check that. The reviewer, hello, good to see you. Flying Scott, I saw your big LMS engine. It's actually called a duplex. Yes, it is. It is a duplex. I am familiar with multiplex locomotives, but I just haven't built one in a while. And it's originally inspired off of the Pennsylvania Railroad T1 duplex, which was the original idea to kind of do the sort of shark nose streamlined design. But evidently, it was something that kind of went its own way. I need to amend. Right, let me get this stream going first, for goodness sakes. Right, we go to there, go to there. Let's get that Discord ping. So, it's taken a while. Have you seen Life on Mars? Still haven't, and honestly, at this rate, I'm never going to, which is a bit of a shame, because there's a lot of things I go, yeah, maybe I'll watch that one day, but I just never get around to it. It's not something that, if I don't watch it now, it's probably something I'm never going to watch, which is a bit of a shame, a bit sucky, I suppose. Oh, right, okay, everyone, check live now. Let's see if we have 200 people. 199 still. We're getting there. There we go, the old ping is done. We need that one. We don't need that one anymore. That should be okay. We can refresh that one. It's 21 degrees still. It peaked to 24 earlier today. That's crazy. Right, so stream is now up for the sakes of looking at the chat. Excellent. I have a look. God, there's so much chat going on already. And we're only 4 minutes in. That's quite awesome. I need to look at the live streams. We should have 16, 12, 13, 14, 15. Really? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 and 16 I have not added. That's a problem. Your YouTube videos, stream number 15 and 16. So there's those two there. This is not good, mate. This is a very poor start. Again, I am very sorry for this because I'm normally much better than this. But that's all there. The playlist is up to date. Fine, that'll do me. Get rid of that one. Get rid of that one. I can get rid of that one. Get rid of that tab. There we go. Right, let's do a proper introduction now. So hello everyone, welcome to the live stream. How are we all doing? A lot of people showed up for the stream already, which is a wonderful thing to see. Now that we've done the Discord all ping, we should have a few more people coming in. Let's actually have a look at chats properly now. So once again, the Exotic Butter, Mike's Bricks, Flying Scotsman 4472, TFN1 Studios, the reviewer, Dr. Professor Oblivious. Hey, it's Lego Railway Series. Oh, hello. Good to see we're able to tune in for the stream. Did you get my message on Discord about your digital A1/A3 Gordon mock. It is valid for the TLR awards. Digital models are perfectly valid for the TLR awards. You did excellent. I don't want to make it seem like I was spamming, by the way. I just want to make sure that the message got across. That was all. And but we get exactly. I love watching your Triton's Tales videos. I think I privated all the Triton's Tales videos now because they were ultimately made redundant because I now do these live streams. But yeah, they were quite nice. It was a way to kind of just tell a story every now and then. But the live streams are definitely a much better outlet for that. As Reba says, you'll like it about about the life on Mars, about a cop who gets taken back to the 1970s. Well, I suppose that's should have something to do with Mars, I suppose. Flying Scotsman says, Flying Scotsman also says, Luke, you should make a Lego 9F. I have built a 9F. I have a couple of things in that case to link in the chat. Why is it not super strong? Just looking at the stream on my tablet. I need like a light here or something, or just something about here just to shine on me, just to make it a bit better. That's something to invest in, I suppose. Nothing too bright though. Obviously, I don't want to be, I don't want to be like that carrying the entire time. Let's find that video because again, I have built a 9F. It's a model that I've made about 2 years ago now. I think it was a 2020 creation. Fictional locomotives, real locomotive. There we go. Let's find it. The tender for my 9F in particular was one I was very proud of, especially back in the day. The old 6 wide design. Good lord, that was a thing I made. Where are we to? Plasticity drawer. There it is. Okay then. Yes, volume all the way down. That's good. Let's get that in the chat. So I'll link that here. There we go. That is a link to my Lego 9F mock. It is definitely one of my best creations. I'm surprised that's still around, to be honest. But it's actually really good. I might have to modify the wheels for that slightly because now that I'm running larger radius curves, I might do that in a similar sense to the P2 that I made, which has flanged wheels on the outside, but that in turn makes it a smoother runner, but it can't run on anything that's R40 anymore. So as its pros and cons, but I'd ultimately rather have it run smoothly on curves that I can actually have on my layout, which is still ultimately a better thing because, again, wider curves are just much better. He says, oh, I know, I just knew you were excited for the physical Gordon. Yes, I'm very excited for the physical Gordon model. It's going to be a very cool thing to see. Even if it takes a few months for all the parts to arrive, that's going to be a very cool model to make. Your Spencer in particular, your A4 Spencer. I really want to see that. I love Spencer. Okay then, so let's go to my stream notes, have a quick look. So, as usual, sorry about that. Just rubbing my armpit on the stream. So a few things to announce. First and foremost, the TLR Awards are still going. The end dates for the TLR Awards is July 1st. It should be a Friday because it was mapped out originally to be a 4-week thing. Yes, so we have 2 weeks and 6 days left for entries to be made. So far, we have, I believe it's 48 now. We had 3 new submissions entered today, which is quite exciting. Where's the, a little bit lower. We have a total of 48 submissions for the TLR Awards already. Technically, that's 51, with 3 of them being disqualified. But, oh man, that's so cool to see. It's just absolutely incredible. I genuinely never thought for the life of me that I would get this many people interested. But the fact that there is this much interest already, that's so cool. It's just so, so cool. Thank you so much to everybody who's taken part and has submitted your models. We only have 2 entries for best individual display. So it's only going to be one of these 2 people at the moment. It's down to Chris Miller's Glasgow Brick Subway layout or Hewitt's Rolling's Yass Junction layout. It's only those 2 so far. It doesn't have to be a full layout. Best individual display could literally just be a single structure or building that you would see on a railway. You could submit that and that would be perfectly okay and acceptable for submission. But it's very interesting that we've only had 2 submissions so far, and even then both of them are for a more layout sort of orientated. But yes, very exciting stuff. Loads of wagons and loads more locomotive items. We've had a total of 27 locomotive entries as of today, 16 wagon entries. That shouldn't be correct because that is an even number. I've gone wrong somewhere. That should be there. Okay, that's that okay, I've definitely gone okay, something's gone very wrong there. Let's do this now. Let's actually figure this out now so I can get everything up to date. How many entries do we have? So we should have. Oh, that's right. It's 45 submissions in total. 48 that have been taken. So it's 48 in total. 3 have been disqualified. So we've actually got 45 submissions. That's where the error is. Okay, so this is correct. There are 27 locomotive submissions. There are 16 wagon submissions and the 2, as just mentioned, layout submissions. So 45 are valid with the additional 3 being disqualified. And it's quite interesting to see how many of these submissions were digital and some were physical. So overall, there are 12 digital creations and 36 physical creations. I thought there would be a lot more digital entries because I did, of course, allow digital models for this competition, just to make it a bit more widespread, to give more people opportunities to take part. But yeah, I'm surprised it's that divided. Only a quarter of the submissions are digital. That's really cool. There are some more numbers. Oh, good lord, that's not what I wanted to do. There are some more numbers and stats to go over, but I will do that at the end of the competition where we kind of do that video to announce all the winners. Going to be very exciting stuff. So yeah, competition stuff, that's still going well. Where is my notes list? Okay. Also, remember that's the community challenge. The community challenge is still going, but that's basically sort of being put to a side as the TLR awards are going on. So you can still enter your models for the community challenge, but I won't make any YouTube posts until after the awards are gone, because I think more focus on the TLR awards will be a much wiser thing to do. So again, if you didn't see this last time, the community challenge is going on for this month and the next month for this particular theme. The theme for the community challenge at the moment is streamlining, because everybody loves streamlining. Well, I love streamlining. So it's any locomotive, whether it's steam, diesel, or electric, that has a streamlined design, that is valid for this and next month's take for the community challenge. So there is that. And of course, make sure you are following me on Flickr and Instagram for some more behind the scenes and special clips. I have got a bunch of new clips from some past LEGO shows ready to put on Instagram. It's just something else to post on there because I'm not doing too much. I say that, I can't, actually, I can't really show you because there's actually too much in the way anyways. But right now, my room is currently being reorganized to have some more space open out. If tomorrow goes well, I will have a lot more space in the back area. So if you've seen in the background, well, you should have seen in the background of a lot of my videos, I have a white drawer unit. Hopefully tomorrow I'll be able to say I had a white drawer unit. So I'm putting things in boxes. I'm going to try and fill up that space there and just, again, open up the space I have here on the floor. So I can use the wider radius curves I have for my main layout and make something better and more appropriate for the home layout here. It's if everything goes well as I think it should, then it'll look amazing. It'll just look amazing. I've got a lot to do, but it should work, hopefully. Okay, then. Oh, nearly had the first one. So there's all that. One more thing in regards to... I do see the chat going off, by the way. I will be with you in just a second. I uploaded a video yesterday. It was a mock showcase video for my multiplex coronation, the duplex style. And I had that, again, spoke about this earlier, where the duplex configuration, that's the word, is what I had in mind when it came to the wheel arrangements. The boiler was made to go along with the tender. The tender was made a few months ago, and the video has over 3,100 views, 3,156 as of the time of this stream. That's skyrocketing in views. That's so incredible. Thank you so much to everybody who clicks on the video to watch it. The second half of that video is the engine in action. Also on my Flickr page is just the action shot, which is like nearly 3 minutes of this massive engine pulling 10 coaches. It's one of the best things I've ever seen in LEGO form, in terms of my creations at least. Oh Christ, that's still going. I'll turn that off. Yeah, so where's my drink? Where'd I put it? Come on, I need the burp juice. Where is it? Oh no, that's a full one. That's I need to put in the fridge. Ah, there we go. Oh. I'm never gonna get sponsored. Oh well. Right, what's been going on in chat? Miller, I saw you were there. Where are you? Flying Scotsman says, I'm getting a new PC on Monday with Windows 11. Ooh. I don't know if there's much difference between Windows 10 and 11. There might be, but I'm not a PC person. Seth Bricht, good to see you able to make it to the stream. Hello. I'm in the process of rendering a layout. I've nearly finished another. Interesting. I am very... Miller, I've just seen your comment and... Oh, for fuck's sake. Hang on, I'm fixing it. You know what? I'm actually quite glad you... oh, shit. I was trying to figure out what... How is everyone? I don't want to change that, to be honest. That's... I might want to keep that as is. I'll probably change it in a second anyways. I was trying to figure out what I wanted to put for the title. I was going to say, you know, how are we doing, everyone? Just something like that, just like a question. But I thought, nah, I don't know if I want to make a question because it's a bit weird. But yeah, I think I'm going to have to you're as well. You're as well. We as well. Okay, we're gonna have to all right, let's just change it to that. So I'm gonna refresh the stream. Here we go. Let's give it a second. It's so weird. So yeah, that's the thing that happened. That should be much better. So get rid of that, and we are back. There we go. I'm definitely going to be entering the coronation. Oh yeah, the UK flag livery coronation. I'm very interested to see how you're going to pull that off. It might work as well as it. Like, this is something where, in my mind, I thought it would look really cool, but I think that sort of design might not work brick built because there are two lining details that go diagonal. That sort of thing, you're probably not going to be able to do brick built. So good luck for pulling that off, I suppose. But yeah. Fair enough, if you can do that in the first place. Yes, the other thing I was going to link. So, over the past few days, I've had a couple of people here on YouTube say to me, you know, Luke, you've been saying with the TLR Awards, you've been posting these on YouTube and on Facebook. I can't find the Facebook posts. So, in the chat now, I've also made a YouTube community post and a post on my Discord server making this known as well. But just now in the chat, I have linked the Lego Rail Facebook group. So that is a Facebook group dedicated to Lego trains, and that is the Facebook group I'm using to make posts for the TLR Awards. So it's ultimately to help get more publicity for the awards to make more people take part, but it's another way of just getting these models out there at the same time. It's also taking part in the public favorites vote. So again, posts on YouTube and posts on Facebook for any end-all submissions that come through, the ones that are qualified at least. So all the likes that's the submissions get across both platforms in total will be their final like counts, and that would depend on whether or not they are the winner of the public favorite vote. I will confess, I think I said this last time as well in last week's stream. There is one model in particular that is way ahead of all the others in the locomotive category, at least. It's it's the only one with triple digits on Facebook, which is a bit unfair because when I posted it, it skyrocketed in likes, but nothing else has really gained that kind of attention. So that's the locomotive category. What's the highest one on Facebook at least? Because this is interesting because posts on Facebook and posts on my YouTube channel are treated kind of differently because I have an audience here on YouTube and people will kind of behave towards things differently in a sort of different way that they would on Facebook, because Facebook, obviously, that's a group of thousands of people kind of just in general for the hobby. In the same sense for my channel, because again, I'll be able to grow this audience, but it's again, there's a different mentality sort of thing going on there, which is quite interesting. But there are some posts that have more likes on my YouTube page than there are on the Facebook page, which is quite cool. So there is a Model, yeah, okay. So again, in the wagon category, there is a model here that has 83 likes on Facebook. Of course, I have to keep track of all the numbers because if I have the wrong number, if I try and do this after the awards, it's going to be hell to go through. I need to make sure all these numbers are up to date. Let me save this as well, just in case my computer shuts down for any reason. But yes, even then, this is the highest one for the wagon category, but it's not even triple digits. Again, I think I know which one is going to win the public favorites, but all the same, anything can happen. We still got 3 weeks. As for the display wagon, I really hope we get some more displays there because, again, only 2 submissions for that category. That's not a bad thing, but you can always hope for more. Oh man. Okay. So I saw someone else arrive in chat. Ice Rod, hello, good to see you. Glad you're able to make it. One extra thing as well. Having linked the Facebook group Lego Rail. If you are a Lego Train fan and you want to show some of your models, that's one of the best places online, not just on Facebook or anywhere, just online in general, to share these models because Facebook is so active. There's so many people there. Again, there's thousands of people in that Lego Rail Facebook group. So you could share your models on there. You can get some amazing feedback. You'll be able to share and discover some new building techniques. It's amazing. It's a really good place. What's this notification I've got? Oh, it's just a like. That's fine. I need to double check these two as well. I saw another question in the chat. Bear with me just 1 second. This Henry model is getting really good. So again, we got a few submissions that were made today. I need to make sure that I'm constantly going back and keeping up to date with how many likes each post has. Which one's this one? That's that one. That's 5. Oh yeah, that's that one. Okay, so let's have a look at what the chat said. So, Lego Railroader, hello. Off-topic question: since I'm not in the UK, is there any plans for centennial celebration for the Flying Scotsman for 2024? I have no idea. I could only hope so, and chances are yes, because I think with how popular it is with the public and how mainstream that locomotive is, I, for one, am very confident that the Flying Scotsman will get a 2024 centenary celebration. It would be very nice to see something happen for it. I reckon Hornby or Bachmann, or yeah, probably Hornby, if any manufacturer, will make a 100-year anniversary version of the Flying Scotsman. So yeah, it'll be very interesting to see if anything does happen. But I do reckon at least a model version, kind of like how that USA tour version that had the golden rods. I reckon it'll be along those lines in the sense where it's just a bit not so much blinged out, but it looks very what's the word? Something for a showcase sort of thing. It's for display only. That's a good way to use it. So yeah, that's how I think it will work. Oh, Miller, what are you on about? Yes, they're going to scrap it and build a lovely new diesel for the Jubilee. It's there are a lot of people that would agree. You say that jokingly, but there's a lot of people that would agree with you. There's a lot of people that still call it the flying scrap heap, flying money pit, or whatever else, all those horrible nicknames. But yeah, you get the idea. 2024 is Scotsman Centennial. I will absolutely make sure mine is finished by then. Well, that's a year and a half away. Some people do take that long to physically brick build their models. I wasn't joking. Miller, a lot of people don't care if you're joking or not. Some people do still agree with you there. So there is that. I, for one, still don't care about Flying Scotsman being a thing or not. It would be a shame if the locomotive, after all this time being restored to working order, did get scrapped. Even if it was recent, I think if it got into like 2030, like the next decade, if it got to that point and there was news where it's going to be withdrawn, I don't think I'd be too disappointed because that restoration time is had a good life. It's pretty good. I wasn't joking, he was I. Oh yes, Ice Rod, I saw that comment earlier. So has anybody made a 242? I think I did. Not a real life locomotive though. I think it was a custom one, but I made it as a tender engine variant. Let me see if I can find that because I'm kind of remembering it. It was a custom white tender locomotive that had a very old style design. Please tell me I didn't private that video as well. I privated lots of videos. If I can find it. There we go. There's the playlist. Yeah, there it is. So that's the only 242 locomotive I remember building. I don't think I've ever made anything with that wheel configuration before or since. There we go. I posted it in chat. If you want to have a look at that, you know, there it is, I suppose. And yeah, that's pretty good. So you have some Glasgow Brick Subway news for us. Go on, Miller. Grace us with your presence. I haven't been in chat for a while now, so you're gonna have to update me on everything that's been going on. Has everyone in the chat been behaving? I mean, I'm not gonna be back until after the 20th. I did watch this one. Oh, that's good then. It's a very old video. I think it's over 2 years old at that point, but at the same time, it doesn't really matter. You got 2 new subscribers last week, and now you have 69 subscribers. Round of applause, everyone. That's the best subscriber number someone can have. Oh, lordy lord. Circuit cubes are in stock on Tech Brick. Let me have a look, because kind of still want to get one. Circuit cubes. Seth, you were the 69th, were you? I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. Oh, but they are available on Tech Brick. They got some more in stock. Lovely. Okay. Do I want to buy mine now? Oh, on Amazon. Well, they are on Tech Brick as well, which is a good thing. That's a very convenient thing for me. So I might leave this off for a bit because I'm not in any rush to buy anything. Speaking of things I've bought, oh man, I have a thing. I showed this off on Discord earlier this morning. Where is it? There it is. Oh, yeah, here we go. Pulling myself back forward. Okay. Ta-da! It's arrived. It is officially a thing, and it's out here in the UK. I've got mine. It's arrived this morning. Oh man, it was a smaller box than I thought it was going to be, but this does work as its own standalone thing. It's the 4th expansion officially, but it's a proper good thing. This. Let's go over some of the cards because I don't really have anything else to talk about at the moment. But oh man, this looks really cool. So I got all the new cards on top. There. Yeah, okay, very good. Top of the box, ta-da-da, let's put this back in. That one over there, that one over there. Okay, so this comes with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 new cards and the better availability of a previous one. So first of all, the zombie kitten. Oh, it's going to be a bit difficult to show this off, but the artwork on some of these cards is just amazing. So I'll read these off. I want to show you these now because the exploding kittens for the zombie kittens expansion. Oh my god, these look amazing. I'm not going to do this any justice because the camera here is really rubbish. If I do a little bit more light, just look at some of the artwork on this. This is brilliant. Where's my... Oh, this is my favorite one. I saw this one online as well. Just a cauldron being spilled over. And oh, look at the... Oh my god, I love it so much. This one's pretty cool one as well. More of a zombie monster theme, sort of Frankenstein style. It's beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. I love these. This is for exploding kittens. I don't have the box. It's somewhere. I don't have the original box to hand anywhere. It's an expansion / its own standalone thing. You could technically play this standalone, but that's boring. You know, you want more cards for this. It's the best. Okay, so those are the exploding kittens. Oh, okay. I probably should have bought 2 of these just to keep one of them sealed and looked after. I have been genuinely thinking about doing that, just buying a second copy of every single exploding kittens oh, pardon me, expansion and variants out there just to have a pack of cards sort of sealed and looked after, because I have every expansion, but they are really dirty now. Okay, so let's have a look, a read through of some of these cards. So if I actually do this, I can show this off as I read it, because there's only one copy of one of the cards in here. So normally when you play Exploding Kittens, you know, if you draw an Exploding Kitten and you can't defuse it, you're dead and you're out. But with Zombie Kittens, dead players can come back, and that is a very cool thing. So here we go, we're going to keep that there. So instead of exploding, you play this in place of a defuse. You secretly put the Exploding Kitten back in the draw pile, and because you're playing a Zombie Kitten, you bring a dead player back to life, and the game carries on. One thing that's really oh, this is going to be an even more difficult thing to show off. So if I just do that, I don't know if you can see this. It's actually very, oh, you kind of can. So on this card, there's a paw at the top there, but on this one, there isn't. That top corner is clean. And in the instructions, it says, you know, what cards are included and how they played. And it does say, you know, 2 of these cards have the paws, 3 of these cards don't. I don't know for the life of me what that means. So if it does mean something down the line, whatever then, I suppose. I don't know. But yeah, Zombie Kitten is the new diffuse variant, and it's a very interesting way of keeping the game alive, because it is bringing dead players back into the game. But it's another choice, I suppose. You can either defuse the Exploding Kitten and carry on, or you can play the Zombie Kitten, and again, it's at your own risk. You know, this is, oh, do I really want to? You can choose to stay dead and not bring a dead player back, even if you have one of these, which I think is excellent. This isn't the default de facto sort of diffuse replacement. You have a choice. You can either Zombie Kiss and diffuse it, or just stay dead, which is really fun. Okay. Actually, I want to... Let's do it this way. Oh, for crying out loud. Stay. Stop falling. Fine, we'll do it. Oh, this is the problem sitting on a bed. There's no flat surface. Okay, next is Grave Robber. It looks like this. This is the only card in the expansion that only has one copy of, so I'm going to have to hold this as I read it. It says, all dead players with cards must choose one card from their hand to shuffle into the draw pile. So once you explode, you're out of the game, but you keep your cards in your hand with you still. For the longest time, at least for me, with home games, we shuffled them into the draw pile. Or not the draw pile, sorry, the discard pile. Now it's basically official that you keep them with you. So that's quite interesting. That's actually really interesting, because that changes how people play. So hang on, I can see chat moving. Why do I still have that one open? Maybe you shouldn't hold the card upside down then. Made you look. No, Miller, you didn't make me look. That was with something else. I was double checking the poor details. That's what that was. And you went to grab a sandwich. What was in the sandwich? There is a wrong answer. And I suppose that wrong answer for some would be Marmite. Hey Miller, do you remember that Marmite burger story? There's something for you. But yeah, that's Grave Robber. That's definitely something to keep the game flowing in a very interesting way. Has some more interactions with the dead player. That was another thing as well when it comes to dead players. So what is it that actually is said in the instructions? Because there was something specific about dead players still being able to take part. Okay, so here we are in the category of being dead. It's not something you want in general. Dead players don't take turns. If any living player plays a zombie kitten, they must choose one dead player to bring back to life and re-enter the game. Even though dead players don't take turns, they can still play any card with the now feature in the title, or a nope card to affect the game. These cards can be played even when it's not your turn. You cannot steal cards from dead players unless the card specifically allows you, so you cannot do so through the favors, the pairs of cat cards, and that sort of mean. So the now feature and nopes even when you're dead. I don't think that was a thing previously, but I love that. I also love how it's in all past expansions it said 2 to 5 players. With this expansion, it's now 2 to 9 players. I love this game so much. I love this game. It's the best. Okay, so that was Grave Robber. Next we have Feed the Dead, and that's some pretty cool artwork as well. I've never really been one to appreciate the artwork of these cards. Some of them are pretty good. Some of them I don't really care much for because they are what they are. But I think the undead theme to this has really brought out some of the artistic flair that some of the employees at the Exploding Kittens team really has. That's pretty cool. So I'm going to try and keep that. There we go. That should work. So this says, pick a dead player. All living players, except for you, i.e. the person who played the card, must choose one card from their hand to give to them and can be played at any time. So this, I'm not too sure what this is supposed to accomplish. So if I'm reading this and understanding this correctly, pardon me. So pick a dead player. All living players, so you must choose a card from their hand to give to. So you're essentially giving a card to a dead player. I don't understand what that could really do. Maybe it's a way to get rid of an exploding kitten because you could technically hold one with the streaking kitten. But if something like that, it's maybe that could work. But even then, what now happens to the dead player who's holding an exploding kitten? Does when it comes back to his turn, or if he's ever resurrected, does he explode straight away? I mean, I don't know if that was quite thought through, but I think you figure that out as you play. It's a very interesting tactic thing. This I'm not too sure how strong that could actually be. It definitely comes across as one of the weaker cards in this expansion. But I only got this expansion this morning. I haven't been able to play any games with this, so for now at least, I can't really say for certain. Who knows? It could turn out to be pretty good. At the same time, more than one player, more than 3 players at least, because if you're going to use dead players, and doing it with 2 players is kind of rubbish. Next we have Dig Deeper, and there is only one card here with some good artwork, in my opinion at least. That's pretty cool. I love that. There is another good one, which is Mr. Devilman right there, looking quite nice. So I will hold this back up, and the Dig Deeper card reads, as I did read all of these cards when I got this morning, by the way. It's been a while since obviously, I read them this morning and I had to carry on doing other stuff, so rereading these could be a bit weird, just like with the previous card, for example, where I went quiet for a moment. So again, there it is. So, draw a card, look at it, and then either keep it or draw the next card, which you must keep, and put the first card face down on top of the draw pile. So it's a bit of a mix of see the future and draw from the bottom from a way where it's kind of you're choosing what you can draw next and you're really getting a good peek at what's coming next. It's more of a see the future kind of card, but it's a very interesting variant. So you draw a card, you look at it, you can decide, okay, I know what this is. If it's safe, I may as well keep it under the suspicion that it's an exploding kitten. But if it is, for example, an exploding kitten and you don't want that, you can take the next one. But that first card you drew goes back on top face down. Oh my god, yes. Love it. That is going to be a very high value card when it comes to the late game. That already has value, which is excellent. Okay, I'm going to put that one over there. We have 3 more cards left. I saw chat chain. Let's catch up with the chat one sec. They get through. So Seth, what are your thoughts on the newest block junction reveals? There is only one that I care about, and that is the 08 that was made by Joe over at Brecklin Bricks. So Miller, since you're here, Joe added his Gronk onto the block junction website. I'm going to buy those instructions. I'm going to make that up, and I will make my class 13 through that version of the model. Okay, so it's officially on its way. Okay, it just take a bit of time to me to get all the parts. I'm gonna have to order some wheels and rods from Joe as well. He's funny. Yeah, I know. All right, I've been busy in case you couldn't tell. Yes, I'm gonna make a class 13. I don't like that in blue. I might just make my own versions. I might even make the Octan version again because that was a really fun livery. So yeah, I'm definitely gonna get that sorted. I might make a 3rd version as well, just to make Diesel. Devious Diesel, that is. It's definitely the best excuse I have to make some more. Oh, I can make some more. Paxton, Sydney, Splatter and dodge. There's a lot of potential there. I'll have to have a think on that. But yes, I would definitely be buying those instructions. I would definitely be getting over that. Might make a Gronk. Well, if you want to make a Gronk, there's some instructions for a very fine Gronk model on Block Junction. I believe the instructions are. What was the? Let's have a quick look, because I saw this when it first came out. I think it's somewhere between £5 and £10. I want to say £7.50, but I don't know if it's actually that price. It's £10. Honestly, that's perfectly okay, because that is a damn fine looking model. For £10, that is absolutely fine. So yeah, that's a really good model, that too. One thing I think is excellent is because this is a model designed by Brecklin Bricks, who runs his own 3D printed Lego compatible train wheels and train rods store. And first of all, he's a sponsor for the TLR Awards, so you know there's something going on there. At the same time, he in turn has made a like a pack, I suppose, where you can buy wheels and rods as one unit for this particular model. So that's something that's very handy if you decide, oh yeah, I want to make this. I also want these rods and wheels too. You can get them straight away, which is very excellent in my opinion. Itchy nose. There we go. All the same, still a fascinating looking model. That is genuinely really good. That's such a good shape. Levi's going to be pissed off with me when I say, okay, now we got a good Gronk model. Right then, back to the cards. So where do we get to? We are at Clairvoyance. This is a fun piece of artwork. You know, you can't exactly hide a bomb behind a ghost. So this card reads as follows. When somebody plays a zombie kitten, you get to watch where they secretly put the exploding kittens back in the deck. And this card is a card that can be played at any time, even if you're dead. Remember the rules earlier? That's pretty cool. It's a very specific scenario, but it definitely has its perks because, again, knowing where the exploding kittens are is a massive advantage, even if your hand is full of rubbish, bunch of guff. There we go. So this is the last new card, and we have the revamped versions of a previous card, which is something I'm personally very excited about. So this next card is Attack of the Dead. The stand-up zombie here was one of the art features for the promotions. I particularly love. It's just undead versions of everything, with this undead bee sort of thing. That's pretty cool. So let me. I'll put the. Actually, there is one more, so I'll show you this one as I read out the card. This sort of cloud thing. I don't know, but you know, he's got his thing going on. So this is a form of attack. So there is something to go on there, but this reads as follows. Do not draw any cards. Force the next player to take 3 turns for each dead player. So let's say there is a game with 5 players. It's down to you and someone else, 3 dead players. Attack of the Dead is played. For each dead player, they have to take 3 turns. So in this case, there's 3 of them. 3 by 3, that's 9 turns. That is vicious, that is savage, and that is amazing. Whereas, oh yeah, because that's a thing, they also included in this expansion 2 more copies of Super Skip. So if you have multiple turns, you can play Super Skip, and that skips all of them, which is excellent. They first introduced Super Skip in the 2nd expansion, which I thought would be a good one-off, but then it got introduced again in the 3rd expansion, which is, okay, fine, a 2nd one I suppose isn't going to hurt. But now we got 3 and 4 in this expansion, and I feel like it's kind of ruining the value of a Super Skip because it's a super version of an already existing card. And I reckon if there's going to be a super version, at least in my idea, I would love to only have 1 copy of a super version of a previously existing card. So it makes sense for this expansion, but again, that's just personal taste. I'm gonna put that B up front because that is a good looking bee. Zombies as well. No, of course. And the final card that I want to go over is something that was introduced in Exploding Minions. However, the Exploding Minions card back is its own artwork. It's not like this. This is the traditional, conventional Exploding Kittens card back. The Exploding Minions one is completely different. It's stylized after the Minions, that has its own thing going on. So if you had an Exploding Minions card in a normal deck, it'll be so obvious, like clear as day, whenever you're about to draw that. But now with normal card backs, Clone can be played normally, and I love that. So Clone again was first introduced in Exploding Minions, and it does read as follows. When you play this card, it becomes whatever is beneath it. Beneath it in the draw pile, that is. So it works in a lot of ways and can work with almost every card. I can't think of any particular situation where it doesn't work. And I think if there is ever a scenario where it doesn't work well, you could definitely kind of house rule it, I suppose. But again, this is not a bad card at all. And again, we have 3 clone cards in this expansion, so that is excellent. So yeah, that is everything I can show you for now with the new Zombie Kittens expansion. I, for one... oh, hang on. There we go. Zombie Kittens go on top. We have that one there. And we have the lid. There we go. Lovely stuff, this. I cannot wait to get a game going. Mind the phone. Good lord. I cannot wait to have a game going with the Zombie Kittens card expansion as a part of it, because it's going to be rather excellent. Right, I saw chats going up once again. Ideas for liveries. Question: why does Diesel 10 have an... Let me start that again. Question: why does Diesel 10 have a hydraulic arm? I didn't watch anything after Series 1 because that's the only series that exists according to my parents when they bought me the VSH tape. Diesel 10 having a hydraulic arm is one of those unanswerable questions. It exists for the sakes of the TV, not even the TV, it's for the film. Yes, he appeared in the series afterwards, but at the same time, no one ever knows. No one's ever going to answer that question properly. Nobody cares about that either. Diesel 10, he's a cool character, but yeah, whatever. You need to know, well, make up your own answer then. Knowing you, you've got the creativity for it. Make your own Diesel 10 model and have him on your layout as the ultimate steam crushing machine. There's your answer, okay? Dr. Professor Oblivious says, the circuit cubes, I mean. What did you say earlier? What about the circuit cubes? Circuit cubes are pretty good. I mean, there's a number of fellow LUKR members that use them. I still need to get one day to power some narrow gauge stuff. But yeah, I suppose depending on what the context of this comment here is, I'll have to kind of go from there, I suppose. I do like how Ice Rod, I don't know if you see this, well, I don't think you ever will anyways, because I'm the one who's hosting the stream, but every now and then, whenever you make a comment in the chat, whether it's like a smiley face has a few symbols, or even this comment right now, I get a little notification that says, this could be potentially offensive. Do you want to show this comment on the stream? It's like, yes, it is fine, you know. Yes, he's so fat that he had to give him an arm because he ate scrap. How do trains eat? Because they've got faces. Can they eat? That's another unanswerable Thomas question for you. Oh, speaking of which, the Unlucky Tug has his Thomas Debunked series going on, and it's actually quite amusing. I particularly love the episode he did where the train's faces are the smoke box doors, and the visualization of what was it? Let me just. I'll tell you what. I'll get the video up, and you can just watch it because it really is quite funny how he created that representation of that certain situation. My feet's tingling. Sorry, I got pins and needles in my leg right now. It's a bit uncomfortable. There we are. This is more of a railway series sort of thing, but at the same time, it's quite amusing. There we go. That's why steam engines disappeared, the diesels killed them and ate them. That's some Soda Fallout stuff going on there. Soda Fallout is still rubbish. I mean, I don't encourage anybody to really do anything with that anymore. Shan W, hello, good to see you. I still feel as if using non-Lego should be disqualified. Well, that's this is a very interesting conversation topic because I did get a comment about this on Facebook as well. Let me just really scratch my nose 1 sec. Okay, so we've got 10 minutes left of the stream, and I reckon for the last 10 minutes this discussion might take up that time. So this is something I was considering for the TLR Awards. So in the train side of the Lego hobby, there are a lot of custom parts that are being used, particularly wheels and rods, but you do see people every now and then print their own items. For the Tornado model that was entered, there were a number of custom printed elements. The wheels in particular were custom printed by him, not to any particular design. It was his design of wheels, so he printed them that way. Again, something for the funnel. There was a few other details, but the majority of that model is obviously made by Lego. Lego bricks, I should say. So it's still a valid entry. It's still its own thing. I have seen the internals as well. It's all still brick built. The power function setup for it is amazing because he has a LiPo battery connected to the system. That's something I'm still not brave enough to do, but I really want to do that one day because, oh man, it's a LiPo battery is proper powerful stuff. I think I've definitely said this at least one time in the past as well for another stream. But anyway, I feel like if I set a rule for the TLR Awards to say that the entries have to be Lego bricks only, no custom elements, no bricks in colors that Lego themselves don't make. For example, something like a 1x3 brick with a certain detail on it, or even what was a good example I saw? It's by Matt's Brick Railroad Works, and he made a diesel not too long ago, and it had a 1x2 plate with that sort of T-shaped lip on the side, like for some of that will work for a sliding door. You know, I don't know what it's called, so hopefully that works. And it was in dark green. Now, I don't think that brick exists in dark green made by Lego, but he had that on his model, and you could see on the top of the stud that it was just a plain flat stud. So it's a brick that exists in that color, but made by a different company. That is something I allowed as well. So there is some purity standards that some people have. You can either have it with a sense where no custom elements, or you go even further and say it has to be made by Lego themselves. So yeah, there is a lot to kind of take in with that. And kind of to try and answer what I said earlier, if I set the rule where it was just Lego bricks only, Lego branded bricks, bricks made by Lego themselves, if it was that as the rule with no custom stuff, no extra third-party things, I don't think I would get that many submissions. If I have a look at my submissions list now, let me see how many models I would actually have, or submissions at least. So let me count how many models that wouldn't be entered. So that's 1, 2, that's 3. I don't think so. What about the K2? That K2 model is it's a bit difficult to determine because they're digital. I think that's all brick built. So okay, so I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, definitely. Oh, fair enough. 7, 8, definitely 8, 9, possibly 10. Yeah. 11 because that uses 112. Obviously that one. 13. I think 14. Looking at those wheels, I think those are the roller bearing wheels. 15. I think that's actually okay. Actually, no, I think those are roller bearing wheels. So 16. Oh, that count. That's okay because that's digital. But yeah, so 16, over a quarter of the models that have been submitted by that count would not qualify because there is the use of some custom elements and some better made pieces that would be better towards making trains out of Lego. Another interesting thing as well is the bricks are one thing, but what about decals? I'll see you later, Professor Oblivious. Thank you for tuning in for as long as you have. Anacle Electric, first time you're here in weeks. Yeah, it's actually been a while since I've seen you. You know, glad you're able to make it. You're on the tail end of the stream. We are going to be closing out in a few minutes, but you know, that's still a bit of time to come along and have a chat. But that's something that a lot of people would not be happy with. The train side of the Lego hobby has advanced to this point of having custom elements. So if everything was going to be pure brick built, there would be so many limitations, at least on the side of steam locomotives. When it comes to rolling stock, wheels that have roller bearings on them would be something that a lot of people should be using. I'm still looking into trying to get some for my coaches one day to make a proper swap. But again, that's its own thing. There's a lot. It has its perks. It could definitely work, but just by saying that, it seems so limiting. It's not as common as you realize with wagons. Again, that roller bearing thing is the only thing that would kind of have that limitation. But even then, like, what about trimline tape? Because that's something I've been using for my models for about 2 years now, and it's something that has transformed how my models look. So if I can't use stickers, if I can't use vinyls, then that's creating even more limitations, and that's not something I want to have. So the use of third-party elements and vinyls and all these custom parts, it's vital to the train side of the Lego hobby. So I can definitely understand what you would mean, where you prefer things to be more purist, so to say, because Lego purist is the word that tends to get thrown around, anyways. But it's not something I could commit to doing. I definitely made the choice to. Well, it was down to me to set the rules, anyways. So me choosing to allow custom and third party and other elements that Lego themselves don't provide is ultimately a good thing because, again, it's just more expansive for the hobby in general. I don't disagree with wanting things to be pure because I would definitely prefer to use Lego branded bricks instead of other company bricks because the quality is ultimately there, and obviously the Lego brand is the most recognizable brand out there in the world. And so yeah, again, pros and cons. I'm going to be repeating myself. I'm going to be going back and forth on the same points for the next 20 minutes if I'm not careful. So yeah, I see what you mean, but in some situations, it can't happen like that. It's just too advanced. It's simply put, we're just too advanced for it. Oh man, this stream has gone pretty well, to be honest. I didn't know how this was going to do. I had a couple of notes, but we've kind of flown past this hour. That's pretty good. Uh, I think you'll find the most recognizable brand in the world is the Glasgow Subway logo. Glasgow Subway, never heard of it. I've only seen that Lego version that was recognized on that Glasgow Live website, and even that was rubbish. Na, 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 na. Okay, we're gonna wait for that response now. Oh. Okay, Miller, since you're still here, just briefly, I'm not going to be back in the group chats for a week and a bit because the reason why I left the group chats in the first place was because I had a driving test like the day or day after I left, and it was just to make sure I wasn't going to unintentionally vent on people because I was emotions were high, and the last thing I want to do was kind of piss people off. My next driving test attempt is on the 20th, so I'm still going to be out for a week and a bit. If things go well, then as in I pass, then I'll be back in the group chats. But yeah, you might not see me for a while still, depending on how things go. So I may as well explain that to you now whilst you're here instead of typing out. Cursed intro idea, funny outro in reverse. It's not a bad idea, you know. I don't know if I could actually do that because I'd have to set up the tablet like this, and whilst I press the button to begin the stream, I'd have to lie myself down, make sure I'm out of shot in time, and then rise up. But the problem is, when the stream begins, I have to do all the settings to kind of get it monetized and get the details in the description, etc. So, interesting idea, but I don't know if it's going to work. What's your thoughts on Among Us in Fortnite? I've never played Among Us, and I've never played Fortnite. So all in all, I don't care. I'm never going to play Fortnite. I missed out on an Among Us party night once. I just wasn't able to make it in because of work. Apparently, it got very loud very quickly that night. An accusation was made early on, and everyone that was involved was innocent. But things got really out of hand where apparently the accusee kicked the accuser out of the game because she couldn't handle the fact that someone was playing the game properly. So, yeah. Fortnite is worse than Dr. Beaching. Fortnite is the worst thing ever. I mean, there's nothing else about it. Right. Oh, it is 9 o'clock. It is time to end the stream. So just before we go, some final reminders. Let's go over to my list. Make sure I got it all there. Where are we to? There we go. So once again, a reminder of the mod. Oh yeah, it had a name. That was I remember Henry telling me about it after it happened. So yeah, funny time I suppose. Shame I missed out. So once again, the community challenge is still going on, but it's kind of to the side. You can still enter models for the community challenge, but it is open for this month and next month. The theme for the community challenge at the moment is streamlining. You can submit your models on my Discord server. Just head over there by following the link in the description. Also in the description, you will find links to my Instagram and Flickr pages. I am posting on there fairly regularly, which is something that I would post, which is more behind the scenes content and more snippets of shows and other things that I'm doing with other projects. Something that wouldn't really make it onto YouTube. So if you want to see more of what I do, consider following me on Flickr and on Instagram. The TLR awards are still going. If you have any models you wish to enter, then make sure you email them to me at tritonlegorailway@gmail.com. You have until and including July the 1st to get your models in. You are allowed to enter 3 models per category, and there are 3 categories: best locomotive, best wagon, and best individual display. Make sure you follow the follow the rules that is showcased in the dedicated video showcasing everything about the competition in the first place. It is open internationally, and anyone can enter so long as they are 16 years and older. The models must have been completed on January 1st, 2021 onwards to kind of stick to newer models for this competition, so nobody enters something reliable from like 5 years ago. Also, when it comes to the TLR awards, physical models and digital models are accepted, but do make sure that you have, again, checked all the rules to make sure that your model is perfectly valid. If you are going to submit something, make sure that each submission is its own separate email. I have had a few emails come in where more than one submission was linked in the same email chain, or one email was spammed with like 12 or so pictures. It's not ideal because it's a bit of a nuisance for me to have to go through that email and kind of find out what's supposed to be for what. So ultimately, one submission per email makes it easier for me on my end. And that is basically it. That's a much tidier outro I think I've done in recent weeks. So let's finish it there. Thank you all ever so much for tuning in. Be sure to like and subscribe. No, Miller, you don't have any train news, you git. I went through that earlier today. So thank you all so much for tuning in for the stream. I will see you in the next episode. Take care, everybody. I'll see you soon.